Okay, this is a good question. Look, it's not black and white here. First of all, it's important to realise that the family court is not a criminal court. It's not a question of guilty and innocent. The next one is that the court, being a civil court, works on a balance of probabilities. It doesn't work on beyond all reasonable doubt, which is criminal court. The third one, the court has to work on principle that the parents are working in the best interest of their children. Because let's face it, let's imagine there are genuine concerns. The court is absolutely going to need to know. The court is going to work on the principle as well that no one is going to make allegations unless they're true, unless they're proven otherwise. Look, the judges are human. They know people lie. Something else, the court has an obligation to investigate allegations. It's a simple fact here. Imagine you're a judge and someone says, well, my ex is harming the children. You're going to want to look at it, aren't you? You're not going to want to be the judge who appears on the front page of the newspaper that says that you had all the information available to you, the allegations were made, you got the warnings and you ignored them, and a child come to serious harm. So those are some of the factors that the court has to consider. Now, I've lost my train of thought. It's also important to realise the court doesn't always believe the allegations. Just about every case I've ever been involved in the last 18 years, there have been allegations of abuse. It's standard, because let's be honest, if you're a parent that's withholding contact, you're going to make sure you're doing it for good reason. You're not going to say, well, I'm withholding contact, I've got no good reason for this, I'm just going to do it because I don't like my ex. You need to make sure you've got a good reason for doing so. The court knows people lie, but the court is not interested in punishing parents, and I know we've had that discussion before. The court's not interested in punishing parents because it's often not in the best interest of the children. Look, there's a really, really, really simple way for you to understand how the family court works. Ask yourself, in every situation, is what you're suggesting in the best interest of the children or not? It's called the paramountcy principle. If the court doesn't believe that something's in the best interest of the children, it doesn't care. So look, if your ex is making allegations and they're not true, say so. Say it didn't happen. That's it. Let your ex spout their allegations. If your ex wants to keep making allegations, eventually the court will see they're part of the problem. Make sure you're the one who's part of the solution. I don't want you to be Tweedledum to their Tweedledee, so that the judge sees just two people that are out to try and get each other in trouble, maybe get each other put in prison, because let's be honest, people want to see their ex punished. Run a positive campaign here. Look, I get it as well that no one should make allegations. Of course no one should make allegations. I don't think there's anyone here that would ever say that it's right for someone to make false allegations. And it's also completely understandable that if your ex is lying about you in court or saying awful stuff, you're going to want to see them dealt with. Again, completely understandable. But you're going to have to play four-dimensional chess here. If you want the court to make an order for something, keep your eye on the ball. Do not get distracted by your ex making allegations and you wanting to turn your case from what it should be, which is about why the children need a certain arrangement, and often that will be that you're looking for more time with your children. You change it from that to a big accuse fest where you want to prove your ex is a liar and an awful person. So look, I get it ain't fair, but that's the way it is. I'm all about giving you practical explanations here. You can quote case law, you can quote about what should happen, you can talk about the system changing, you can talk about all that sort of stuff. I'm here to tell you how it works and what it doesn't work. Don't get distracted by allegations. Don't listen to your ex's rubbish. Just keep your eye on the ball and say why what you're seeking is in the best interest of your children.